welcome to Razzmatazz with Rashi. And today we have with us Harshita. She's an author, a blogger. She loves to write short stories and flash fiction. And she has recently come up with her first book. So today's episode, you will get to know more about Harshita, her books, her blogs, and much more. So welcome, Harshita.
Hi Rashi, thank you for calling me here.
How are you?
I'm good.
So Harshita, tell us more about all the amazing things that you are doing in your life.
Yes, so it's only last year since it's kicked off. So I have a blog called Undecided in Dubai, and the name came about because I couldn't decide a name. So
Okay,
that is my trademark because I can't decide anything.
that's interesting.
Or to make any decision. So it became Undecided in Dubai, and then finally that became my tagline also.
Okay.
So I basically write about books
Mhm.
on my blog. So I'm doing book reviews and all on my blog there,
Okay.
and anything related to books. I started off writing posts on feminism in that. Then I
Mhm.
realized it doesn't have that much of reach, so I
Uh-huh.
shifted to Presso and Women's Web for that.
Okay.
So I blog there also, and my 100 word stories come on Mom's Presso.
Yeah.
So basically, in 100 words, you have to write a story or a poem. Basically, the idea
Yes.
should go across.
True, true. And
And
that's a
thanks,
difficult thing actually, getting all your ideas together in just 100 words. But it's
very
good. It's a
difficult.
nice challenge.
It's a very big challenge because
Yeah.
the idea needs to click. The idea needs to click in the heart of the reader also. You should
True.
be able to, make
Should
an
be able to
impact.
reach to the audience also.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the problem is once you get used to writing 100 word stories, then writing a book was very difficult.
Yes.
It came about because when I registered for A to Z, Block Chatters A to Z,
Yeah.
my husband said, "Why don't you think bigger and write a book rather
True.
than
Absolutely.
post to post?
Yeah.
Think bigger, go for a bigger story." I said,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay." But then when I started writing, I
Yeah.
wouldn't go beyond 400, 500 pages. So that was a big
Yeah.
challenge for
You're not in the habit of elaborating things. For book, we
me. Yes.
need in details.
Yes. So, I mean, 100 word stories for, 10, 15 words, you need one word. And in a
Yeah.
book, for one
It's
word,
the
you need
opposite.
10.
Yeah.
It's opposite. So that was difficult. But thanks to that, I did get a story. The
Nice.
idea had been in my mind for about 3 years now.
Okay.
But it's just that with that challenge, it was
Uh-huh.
the attention was focused. Otherwise, it's like,
True.
yeah, the idea is there. Maybe I'll write it someday, or I'll write half of it and forget it, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. But finally, I got. So my
Okay.
book's name is Zantu,
Uh-huh. So
and
what is it like? It's a fiction or what is
it's
the content?
fiction.
Okay.
Fiction,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about three people: Bhumi, Anita, and Harish.
Okay.
And it's set in a small town.
Uh-huh.
So there are glimpses of my past in the book also, obviously, because it's my
Okay.
first book.
Yeah.
So I still haven't developed that
Yeah.
kind of information. But yes, there are glimpses of the past. But yes, the character, Bhumi and Harish are totally fictional. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
anybody. Bhumi. I
Okay.
have a friend called Bhumi, who lives in
Yeah.
Australia, by the way. But
Oh.
yes, but no, they're all fictional characters.
Mm-hmm.
Anita is also fictional,
Yeah.
but I had a very specific image of Anita in my mind of a lady whom I knew. I didn't
Okay.
know her, I had
Yeah.
seen in my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
So I just made a story about her. It is not her
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
Put out the disclaimer, this is not her
Disclaimer.
story.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the story. It's just that her image was in mind whenever I was writing about
Okay.
Anita.
Yeah, these things actually help when you meet new people, and those things reflect in your writing also, especially when you
Yes,
travel and meet people. They come out
yes.
as new characters.
Yes, and the last time I saw my Anita was when I was
Mhm.
in grade 10. So that Anita
Okay.
stayed in my mind since that time. I don't know her, I've never talked to that lady,
Okay.
nothing. Her image has stayed in my mind. So I just drew from her image. But
Okay. So what is the story about? Like, what does it revolve around?
it's about life basically. It's just like
Mhm.
three people at different stages in their life and they meet
Okay.
and how they impact each other. ज्यादा बोलूंगी तो पूरा
नहीं
सस्पेंस
नहीं
पे
ज्यादा
चल
बोलना ही
जाएगा
नहीं है सरप्राइज
but it's basically about life. It's about the vagaries of life, how life
Okay.
affects you, how all of
Yeah.
us, even a normal person like you or me, we all have a story, with us.
True.
We might think our lives are very boring. We might think our lives are very
Yeah.
routine, but
But we have a
actually,
story to tell.
we
Everybody
also
has. Yes.
everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has a
That's true.
story to tell, and everybody has their own challenges. It might not
True.
be scaling Mount Everest, but
Yeah.
we all have challenges in our
Yes.
life. It might be minuscule compared to the others. It might be big,
Yeah.
but how we overcome the challenge, whether
Hmm.
we reach our Xanadu. So Xanadu is basically your ideal place,
Okay.
your place that you can aspire to.
Okay.
So it can
Okay,
be
that's the
mental.
meaning. That's a new word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes.
So, how was the
So,
experience of writing, coming up with this book? Like, how long did you take to write?
like I said, I did it for Block Chatter A to Z.
Hmm.
So I had my rough draft ready in 15 days.
Okay, that's
So
great.
yeah, so and then I posted every
Hmm.
day. So
Yeah.
any editing or anything that had to happen took that time. And
Okay.
formatting, I'm really bad in technical stuff. So
Yeah.
all that was my husband's
Oh,
department. So
great.
he had a big role because he's the one who's designed the
Yes.
cover, he's the one who's done
Oh,
all the
that's a big
formatting.
help. You know.
It's a big help because
Yes.
when you talk about being a writer, I sometimes think it's very easy to write a story.
Yeah.
It's more difficult to, put it out there for other
True.
people. It's very difficult to, market yourself. It's very
Yes.
difficult
You know,
to
promotion and marketing of the book.
think
That's
it's
an
very,
entire different department. And some writers are just like, मेरा काम हो गया मैंने लिख दिया. I can't
but
do
it
the
doesn't
promotions
work
now.
that's what I realize. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
You have to put
Yes.
it out. And technical is a big ask. You
You
need to
have to.
have some kind of technical skills, is what I
Yes.
realize. I need
True,
to
true.
learn.
So when did you
Yeah.
start writing? Like, how did writing happen to you? Was it a hobby or like, do you remember like what was the first piece that you wrote?
Okay, so my writing was also by chance. Like I said,
Okay.
I'm undecided. No, I'm
Yeah,
totally undecided. So I'm a trained engineer.
that's
So
great.
yes, so I'm from
Hmm.
BITS Pilani. I've done my triple E. I've done my MSc
Nice.
Physics. All that is done because you that was the only options available to us in
Yeah.
that time. Then we moved to Dubai, and there wasn't much to do here.
Hmm.
And even then, life happened, children happened. And then suddenly, when my
Yeah.
children started going to school, I realized I don't have anything to do apart from reading.
Correct.
And I have too many things to vent out. And there's too few
Hmm.
people to listen to me, which is why the blog happened.
So glad that
So,
happened.
yes, once the blog happened, even then, actually, I was not serious. The
Uh-huh.
seriousness happened only last year.
Okay.
Though I have written one story about 3 years ago. It
Hmm.
is called The Wedding Sari.
Okay.
And I had sent it to an online publication, and they said it
Yeah.
is too short. It was just some 250 words or something. So they said it's
Okay.
too short. If you can elaborate it in like 500. So I'm like, मैं
Yeah.
तो principal हूँ. मैंने ये story लिखी, अभी मैं इसको change नहीं करूँगी. It was like that kind of
250
thing.
words would, I would say, like it's even short for a blog post.
Yes.
For a book, it's
So yes. So
yeah.
so I said no, I'm not changing it. So I just
Okay.
kept it.
Kept
And
it
then
there.
yes. So last year with the lockdown and all,
Hmm.
more time was spent on social media
Yeah.
because you just wanted a break kind of
True.
thing. And I came across somebody called the Word Weavers
Online. Yeah.
online,
Hmm.
and they were asking for they have online competitions, and they have a
Hmm.
category called Source 500, which is your 200 to 500 words
Oh,
limit. They want
great.
a story
So you
that
clicked
quickly.
there.
Yes, so 30th of May was the deadline, and 30th of May is when I sent. So from
Okay.
30th of May, I was like in two minds. भेजूं
Yeah.
नहीं भेजूं भेजूं नहीं भेजूं. I sent it.
Hmm.
They selected it, and it
Great.
won the first place.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yes. When that happened, I'm like, okay, point one, I can write. Point two, I
True.
can write stories because till that time I was mainly writing short fiction. I was
Hmm.
mainly writing non-fiction. I was writing book
Okay.
reviews,
Hmm.
writing for Mom's Presso, but non-fiction. Like before that, in
Okay.
February, I had one a top blog in Mom's Presso also,
Hmm.
which was again a
So
random
Mom's
post.
Presso is basically a parenting platform. So like, do you write there as a mommy blogger or
Parenting,
your parenting
yeah,
experiences?
yes, you can write
Okay.
any of your life experiences. You
Yeah.
can write short stories. You
Yes, true.
anything. right? You just put it out and
True.
it has a good reach.
Yes,
Like
that's true.
any post you're putting, you're minimum getting around 2 to 3,000 views at least.
True.
So the posts, even the ones
Yeah.
which have not done well, are
Like I
doing
have
pretty.
also started with Mom's Press. Like when I started writing like professionally as a blogger, so my first post was there on Mom's Press. So
Right. I need to follow you then. Huh? So that that realization happened. Yes, okay,
mhm.
maybe I can do it. Then I tried out a couple of
Yeah.
other short stories on Mom's Press only,
Okay.
and they also received very well.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, let me take another
Like
step.
yeah.
Like
Then you
actually
started
telling
taking
me,
it up seriously.
yes, then you take it more seriously. Then you realize you actually don't have anything to lose.
hmm
I don't have
That's true.
anything to lose.
That's
I
true.
don't have anything. I might
Mm.
as well try. Worst case scenario कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा. Best case scenario कोई पढ़ लेगा. You know that kind of.
I mean, it's good
So
to share your experiences and all because maybe somebody who would read that and maybe it would be helpful to them also. So it's always good
right.
if you can write, you should.
Yes, that's
So
what
like, what inspires you to write more and what keeps you going?
What keeps me going are the comments. When people come and tell
Yeah,
me that you
they
have
loved your
touched my
writing.
heart or you have
Mm,
verbalized my thoughts. And one,
yes.
I remember a friend actually came and told me that I had stopped reading. And once you
Uh,
started posting your stories, I've started reading again.
how nice.
I felt
How
so
nice.
nice. I'm like, okay. That
True,
means
true.
I'm doing something right.
Yes. Some comments, they stay with us forever.
Right.
Like I would
I
share my personal experience. Like even before I became a blogger, I was like working with Infosys, and
right.
there in the company we have this Infi blog. So
Right.
people write, and all the employees, it's open to all the employees, they read. So there, like initially I started reading some blog posts from there, and then I thought, okay, let me try. Maybe I can write some story over here. So I had my own personal experience that I converted to a fiction, and I started writing. And it was like it became a very long tale, So I put them into three different parts, and I always ended with a suspense, and then like part two is
Right.
coming up now. So there I got one comment from another employee. I don't even remember the name now, but he said that he'll be traveling abroad and he won't get the access to Infi blog, but he wants to know what happens next. So can you
I
please
know
send me the rest of the story? So that comment, that has stayed with me
that
till now.
motivates you, know, and you
Yes,
have to do your best
positive
then. You
comments, they really motivate you and encourage you to write more.
right,
Very
right.
true.
I know,
That
I
is an
know.
inspiration,
Yes,
definitely.
that is.
So would you like to read a few lines from your book?
Yes, I actually have a little bit. Like I said, I was planning on reading something else, and then my
Uh-huh.
husband said, change it.
Husband's
So,
choice.
yes, so he
Of
said,
course, he has done so much work to to get your
yes, so
book all
I
together.
will have to listen to him.
Sunna padega
No,
abhi.
he was very patient. So the whole month of April, he was very patient. Okay, you're
True.
working on it, and it's
Yeah.
serious. And he realized, like, even in March when I was preparing my drafts, he knew
Mhm.
that I needed to write every day because then I would lose the train of
Yes.
thought. So he was
He's
very
a
patient at that
constant
time. So,
motivator.
yes, so aaj to I have to listen to
Yes,
him.
you have to.
Yes. So, like I said, this is about Harish, Bhumi, and
Anita.
Anita's story.
Okay.
So, this small one is just about of the three characters.
Mm-hmm.
For Anita, Bhumi became a companion, someone to ease her loneliness. After her father had passed away, Anita had suddenly realized how empty her life had become. In that huge bungalow filled with dark furniture, she felt oppressed by the memories of the past. She had become invisible in a town where at one time everyone had known her. Years of taking her father had taken a toll on her. She now felt weary to the bone, struggling to find a purpose in life. The arrival of Bhumi was like a breath of fresh air in her stale life. Bhumi's radiant smile and curious mind charmed Anita. She would scold Bhumi for minor transgressions, but both knew it was only for show. Anita knew that she had no claim on Bhumi or her love, and yet she couldn't help becoming attached, depending upon the other to bring sunshine and escape. And then Harish burst into their lives.
Oh, nice. That's really interesting. And I will actually tell the audience now that we'll be sharing the links to her book for her downloads, to her blogs and everything. So you can check the description of this video and follow her whenever she's doing some amazing write-ups, coming up with the write-ups, and please read the new book as well. So yes,
Thank you
back to
so
your
much.
book. So what made you come up with this book? Like you had the idea already that you said. So is there a
Yeah.
hidden message or something that you're trying to convey through this book?
Not really. There is
Mhm.
no
Only for the
metaphor or
fiction
something.
lovers.
It is just for fiction
Uh,
lovers. You have an hour. It's a very short book.
yeah,
It's a novella. It's not a book.
novella.
It's a novel.
Okay.
And if you have an hour or so,
Hmm.
uh, then I think it will entertain you, because this is the
Yes.
kind of thing I like to read. So
Yeah.
that is what I have written.
True. And nowadays people
That
really don't have much time to sit with the entire novel. So these novellas come to the rescue.
novellas come to rescue. And because also pandemic, it's become very serious.
Yes,
So
that's true.
something, there is a
Light-hearted.
yes, yeah, it is
Yeah.
not comedy or anything, but
Hmm.
it is lighthearted. It might divert your attention away from
Nice.
whatever is going around
Sure,
in the
sure, sure.
world.
We'll definitely give it a read. So
Yes.
apart from writing and all, like, what is the other thing that you are passionate about? Something that we don't know about you.
Okay, I love embroidery.
Oh,
Lots of
great.
people don't know that. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
love embroidery. Only past year, ever since I've become more serious about writing, I'm not getting the time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I was not reading, I would be sitting in front of the TV and doing embroidery.
Oh, nice.
That way, I don't feel I'm wasting time. Huh?
That's true.
It's very smart. And then that way, I don't think I'm wasting time.
No,
So
even sitting idly and sleeping is also not wasting time.
no, but I watch all my series, all my Netflix and all,
Okay.
and I have an embroidery project going
Simultaneously
on.
doing it. Okay.
Yes. So that way I'm like, I'm productive also.
But
Something
that
is
also,
happening.
must be a stress buster for you.
It
It
is.
helps in relaxing also.
It is
That's a
quite
nice
a
passion
stress.
that you follow.
It
So have
is
you
quite
taken
a
it like you have training in that or just a hobby?
no, no. There's no
Okay.
training. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like school made. They taught us
Uh-huh.
being in. They taught us embroidery, and I just
Right.
took to it like duck to water. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I love doing this, and it's very therapeutic for me.
That's
I'm
what.
stressed.
Yeah.
I'm stressed because for most creative people like you, and I've seen lots of other creative people, you are, you guys are good in drawing, you guys are good in
Mm.
singing, dancing. I'm not good in any of those things. The only thing creative I can do kind of is my writing and
Yeah.
my embroidery. Embroidery also, if somebody tells me make your own pattern, I will not be able to do it. You
Okay.
give me a pattern, I will do it. And I'll do it very
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
I do it very well, but
Mm-hmm.
I will not be able to. So there is a limit to my creativity. I understand that. I understand where my limit is. But yes, that is something which, really uh, helps me in calming me
Yeah.
down. Gussa
That's
hai
nice.
to, I'll do it.
But you
Little
have
ones are
come
going,
up with a book. There are so many writers who are still thinking and still planning that we'll write a book someday. But you have done that. So don't say that your creativity is limited or anything like that. In fact, I would like you to share some tips for the authors or the writers who are struggling with coming up with their own books. Any tips that you would like to share?
tip, of course, is first one is you don't have anything to lose.
Mm,
Nowadays, I think self-publishing is very easy, is what I think.
yes, that
It
is
is
true.
really very easy. So go ahead, do it. What do you have to
Yeah,
lose? There's nothing to lose. Try it, you know.
yes.
And second, of course, you have to work on your craft. You have to
Mm,
take it as a job.
yeah.
You
You have
have
to
to,
give some dedicated time to it.
yeah. You have to have discipline. You have to have writing discipline.
Mm,
That really helps,
true.
because otherwise the ideas won't work. And if you're not writing, stop feeling guilty about it. That is
Yeah,
also very important,
that's
because
true.
I realized I was, writing
Sorry.
a week, and it was just not working out for me. I was becoming very
Mm-hmm.
stressed. Last 2-3 weeks,
Okay.
I've like Fridays, weekend here. So Fridays,
Mm-hmm.
I don't touch my
Yeah.
blog. I don't do anything on Fridays now.
That's good.
I will,
You have to take some break, in between.
yeah,
It
yeah.
only refreshes you. That's good.
It refreshes you.
Yeah.
So you need to have discipline, but you also need to have limits.
Yes.
It's not you're writing. full day because you won't be getting the ideas. You're just going to get stressed.
Correct, correct.
So that's the thing.
So you'll
But even,
do more of the book reviews on your blog, is it? So what
yes,
kind
I
of
do.
books do you read?
I read almost everything except
Okay.
self-help.
Okay.
I don't read self-help.
Cannot read.
I cannot read self-help. Non-fiction also, anything related to history I will read.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the non-fiction is a bit iffy. Anything related to history I will read because I love history. I love that genre.
Okay.
Fiction, non-fiction, anything to do with history I would have read.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes,
So you're planning any future plans to come up with a full mythological or history novel?
I've just finished one. I still have to. I still have a long road ahead.
Yes.
Still, though I was told, I have to share this. My husband's colleague had come the other day for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
He has a small daughter, third grade, and she specifically asked me, "Are you the one who writes stories?" So I said,
Oh.
"Yes, I do." Like, do you write for children? I said, "No."
Mm.
You write one and I will read it. So I
Oh
have
wow,
one reader
you already
for my
have a
children's
reader
story.
there.
I have a reader for children's story. So let's see.
Yeah, good.
So that is what I'm planning next.
And children's stories, these come like in small, like 250 words is good enough for them.
Yes,
You can actually come up with a book.
Yes, and that's what. So let's see. At the
Nice.
moment, I'm still focusing on Xanadu. I have
Correct.
gotten good critical feedback,
Oh,
so
that's great.
I'll
Yeah.
improve upon that and
Mm-hmm.
see where it goes.
Nice.
Go ahead with that.
True. Okay, so we'll end this episode with a fun question. So we are
Yes.
into a close-knit blogging, writing community, and you are making new friends every day through social media. So given
Yes.
a chance, like if you get a chance to go on a holiday with any of your favorite writers or bloggers, who would that be? Where would you go and what would you do?
Okay, so I'm going to go with not one. Like I said,
Okay.
undecided is my
Yeah,
tagline. Huh?
yeah.
I can't decide on one person. Okay, so I'm going to take Mayuri,
Mm-hmm.
Pratibha, Chinmay,
Okay.
you, and Satabdi. So
Oh,
six of us,
all girls gang.
all girls gang. So six of us are going to go to
Nice.
a spa, nice spa or a
Okay.
resort.
Nice
Something.
plan.
We're going to
Yeah.
have a nice holiday. So Mayuri and Pratibha will definitely have some snarky comments, or they'll have
Yes.
some we would have not thought about, and they
True.
would come. ज्यादा मूव होंगे तो आप म्यूजिक चला देना. चिन्मय ज्यादा मूव होंगी तो एक पोएम बोल
पोएम लिख
देंगी.
देगी.
और शताब्दी और मैं तो बैठ के बुक्स डिस्कस
वाह.
कर लेंगे.
Nice. Then you all the holiday is full. Set किया हुआ है.
Girls holiday we going to have.
Great plan. We should do that.
Yes. Yes, but we need to be in one country for that.
कोई तब तक virtual party. I hope
Virtual
all these
party.
girls are listening. They're watching this episode. They'll be so happy to listen to this.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Harshita. It was such a pleasure talking to you, and thanks for taking out time and coming to this show.
No, thank you so much, Rashi, for calling me. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure actually coming here and
Yeah.
talking about. Like I said, no, ज्ञान बहुत है. कोई सुनने वाला होना चाहिए. बस.
Well, yeah. This is the place you can come and talk about everything that you do. So wish you all the best with this book and also the future books that you are planning.